welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and we're here again today for another episode of The Final Pour. So what is an episode of The Final Pour, you say? Glad you asked. So, part 3 of a 3-part series where I review a whiskey. Part 1 is called Off the Rip. We get it home, we crack it open, we have that first pour, and I share my first impressions with you because that's where they should go, to you. Part 2, we get halfway down the bottle. We give the bottle, the whiskey in a bottle, enough time and space to open up. If the characteristics change for better or for worse, it is what it is. I gather up as much information as I can possibly scrape together, and I bring it to you and present it to you, hopefully within 10 minutes or less. And then now here we are at part 3, the final pour. This is the final pour, and what we do is we try and not go past a final pour to do this review, so that we can compare the final pour that's been in that bottle for weeks and see if it compares. How does it stand up to the halfway point and that first pour? How does the first pour and the last pour, how do they go? So here we are, final pour, Copper Dog from the Craigellachie. The color, I don't ever really expect the colors to ever really change. I think we said this was a medium brown. The nose is definitely off now. It's like, I still get a very tiny reminiscence of what we call it, the Glenmorangie. It's like got this sweet citrus orange with light spice. The citrus and the sweetness has kind of like subsided, and now we're just like spice and ethanol. Yeah, it's not too appealing. The nose is not too appealing on this. Now, another thing I remember was the viscosity. I know it's not my glass because I have stripped this, cleaned it, and everything several times. And other whiskeys I've had definitely don't have this sheeting going on. So it is what it is. If you got a different experience, go ahead and let me know. Let's go ahead and get on the palate. Yet again, a little bit of a disappointment. I mean, we got a little bit of, it just kind of falls apart. You got a little bit here and there, but mostly just nothing and sheeting and falling apart. This one has definitely sheet the bed, I would say. Unfortunately, I wanted to like this, but I'm going to have to say no. This will not be returning to my shelves. The nose, very muted, mostly ethanol and the spice end. Nothing there that's fruity or special or honey or anything. It's just a meh. The palate is, again, the same way. The palate definitely has a more tannic, sort of sour, old wood kind of, very not pleasant at all. But let's go ahead and get a finish on it. And again, it's just unpleasant. Unpleasant. It is definitely not done any kind of pleasing here. It's all effect. Again, it's just some tingly, nummy, and very little heat. It's very unflavorful. No characteristic as far as the flavors go. It's just all effect. It's just effect. It's a very weak effect. Very unfortunate. I do believe I mentioned it before. I put this one off for so long, many a months. I've seen this, I've looked at it, and I said, man, I like the simplicity of how they do the labeling. I like that feel like it's old paper and handmade and all that greatness and whatnot and all the specialty stuff they talk about this. But it definitely falls flat. Yeah, I still have a little bit of tingling and numbness in the mouth, but there's nothing else. I feel like a little bit of acid reflux might be coming up, but that's about all this thing has given me. Well, there it is. Let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. You have a better one.